Hi there, Catherine Brown here with Creating Your Plan, and I know why you're not delegating. You've been burned before. You got on the delegation bandwagon, got all excited about handing off those tasks you dread doing, and not where you know you should be spending your time, so you make the leap. You're ready to stop being that bottleneck in your business. You're ready to give out directions to your staff members so you can go back to your work and assume all is good. But here's what happens instead. A barrage of questions, multiple questions that you believe are pretty basic, common sense stuff, and things that don't need to be asked if the staff member would really think it through and do a little research first before interrupting you. So you get a result, and it's not what you expected, or even worse, it's full of mistakes or totally off course of what you really wanted. It took them 5 times as long as it should have, and by now you've got to eat all those non-billable hours because you can't charge them to your client. You have to interject yourself in the middle of the task because you can already tell it's going badly. It got sent to the client without your approval, and now the client is on the phone asking more questions, and you have no idea what happened or what to tell them. And while you're dealing with this situation, your work is backing up and the business backlog is growing. And all this leads to lack of confidence, trust, and personal responsibility in your staff, a drop in overall productivity, not just for you, but also for your staff, and of course, an increase in your personal workload, stress, and frustration. And all the while, you're worrying about your staff. You see that they've disengaged. Their performance is dropping. Their willingness to try new things or do things differently is also missing. And on it goes. Attitude problems come up. And you start to wonder, is it really, really worth it? A feeling of inevitability that nothing will ever change for you. And you'll be chained to your business working 60 plus hours a week all year long, forever. And it feels like it's just never going to end. You start getting resentful towards your staff, towards yourself, towards your clients. And all of this is reinforcing that limiting belief that you're the only one you can count on in your business. You're in it all alone. And here's the thing. If you want it done right, you've got to do it yourself, right? This is what you've been taught, this is what you believe, and this is playing out in real life. And what ends up happening is burnout, self-neglect, and that feeling of being in a perpetual cycle of lack of time, lack of energy, and that desire to take your business to the next level starts to wane. But on the flip side, you've heard from colleagues about the amount of time they're saving every single week from the work they've delegated. You're wondering, what am I doing wrong? It must be me, because my colleagues are in the same industry as me, and he totally delegates and gets great results from his staff. That gives you hope. You believe it's still possible, but you're not sure how to get results from your efforts. Bottom line, it's true. Delegation does work, but it's not a quick or easy fix. There isn't an app for it. It's going to take time to do it right, and you have to have capable and willing staff members to really make it work. But on the flip side, you know that it's possible. You know that it's true and you can get results. And you're wondering, what's going to be your next step? What could be possible if you could get the same results as your colleagues? What is down the road for you if you could get delegation to work for you? But bottom line, again, it's not going to be easy. You know that it's going to take some time to get this all syncing up and get the results that you most want. And it's worth it, I promise. So when you get this right, here's what could be possible for you. It's just a quick couple things you think that you could save every single week, but the compound effect is huge. Every week, you could be developing your staff and their abilities to take on more responsibility and ownership. And every week and every month, as you develop them, you could devote more time and attention to the things that will grow your business and get you results. And as this progresses and the compound effect starts kicking in, you're going to be able to confidently raise your rates and your prices and work with higher end clients because you know you've got a rock solid team supporting the process. What about creating a better work environment for you and your staff? That's all possible when you delegate effectively. And have more buy-in from your staff because they see you stepping into that bigger role Not just being a technician, but actually being the leader and the visionary of a bigger future for them and for the business. And that sense of accomplishment and belief that even more is possible. That is all possible when you delegate effectively. The reality that time off and shorter work days and work weeks are now your new normal, that sounds pretty good to me too. So in this video series, I'm going to walk you through the delegation process and how you can start getting today and start getting results. Stay tuned.